He's got 28 base on balls, 79 strikeouts. He's got a 6-2 record. On the other side, just getting ready to take the mound, Griffin Bone, 1.38 ERA. 15 2/3 innings, just 9 walks and 82 strikeouts and a 7-1 record. So neither one of them are invincible, but it's going to be a good ball game. Griffin Bone, got some good velocity, got a good breaking ball, and a straight change. And we talked in that previous game about the need for maybe a third pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely got to have more than one, but 3 is better than 2, and it just keeps those hitters guessing up there. The more you can keep the hitters off balance instead of just digging their cleats in and gripping the bat and just going to the strike zone and just attacking baseballs, you keep them off balance, a little bit hesitant, and really not able to maybe pick up what pitches are coming. That's the other thing is sometimes, do you show what pitch you're throwing a little too soon versus at the last minute out of your hand, it's hard to pick that up.
Now it looks like baseball weather out there. We talked about waiting for spring. We waited all spring long for it to show up. Showed up for a couple hours, maybe a couple days, and we're hoping that it comes back pretty soon. But got the sun shining out there. It looked like the temperature was about 53 degrees. A little bit of a breeze now coming out of the north, so we'll see how that fares out. If somebody get the ball up in the air, might help out.
Yeah, we've seen some wind help out earlier in the year. Sometimes you get that ball up and it can get in that jet stream and just take off.
So we've got 2 pitchers and 2 teams that are very familiar with each other. Griffin Bone for the home team, the Kanab Cowboys. He'll face Deegan Blackner. Got all kinds of Deegans and Traysons and stuff in this tournament. Deegan Bailey, Bodie Wheatley, and Raider Blomqvist. Deegan Bailey comes in with a 368 average, 20 runs driven in. First pitch, Griffin Bone from the stretch. That's hit toward center field. Be the first base hit. There goes the no-hitter. Deegan Blackner tees off on the first pitch.
The thing about Deegan Blackner is not only is it a single, it's a potential double or triple because he's got excellent speed. He runs the base pass super well, and Beaver starting off where they did last Saturday, just hitting the baseball.
16 stolen bases. Bodie Wheatley, 476, 23 runs driven in. Catchers are going to be an important part of this ball game. First pitch to Bodie Wheatley's outside. Got Bodie Wheatley in the program or in his lineup batting second. We're playing second base. I don't think I've seen him play second base before.
Yeah, we've seen him play right field, pitcher, shortstop, third base.
This kind of slow, I think they're going to call it a foul ball. Kind of a late call.
Yeah, and Wheatley did a really good job to make sure he sold that because sometimes if you don't, they just think it came off the plate or off the dirt right there in front of the plate, and you get thrown out on a ball that hit off your foot.
So Griffin Bone looks in. 1-1 count. Up goes to first. Yeah, like I said, they're very familiar with each other. He knows what Deegan Bailey can do. 16 stolen bases on the season. I think that leads the team, if I remember right. Ball's fouled off to the right-hand side. Griffin's not what I would call quick to the plate, but he's not slow either.
No, and these guys know each other like we've already mentioned, and these guys understand what Griffin Bone's strength is, and they're going to be attacking that fastball. He does a really good job of spotting his fastball, hitting spots, and so they've got to be able to attack it when they get it.
Next pitch. Might have tried to get him to.
Yeah, that's not a pitch that he just missed on. He planned that pitch up in the zone. That's the one thing about him is he's got probably, of all the pitchers we're going to see, he probably has the best control of any of them.
Well, only 9 walks on the season. That's a testament to that fact. 2-2 pitch. Hit right back at Griffin. He knocks it down. Going to go to first. Yes, they get the 1.
Yeah, if that would have taken that good clean hop, he might have been able to roll 2 going back to the shortstop at second base and then on to one, but instead he knocks it down and has to go over there and pick it up. But Griffin, being the senior and the headsy player that he is, able to know that I have no shot at second base, I just got to get the out at first base, and he gets him by half a step.
Yeah, Wheatley gets down the line really well. That's going to bring up Raider Blomquist. Raider comes in hitting .411 with 17 runs driven in.
And Rader's one that really impressed me on Saturday. I felt like he was kind of a difference maker for Beaver in getting those 2 wins for them.
Yeah, I agree. He's really come on. He's a good-looking athlete.
Yeah, and if you remember, today's playing third base, but he primarily just DH'd, but did a really good job at the plate and on the bases.
So the first pitch to him is upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, Coach Carter giving the signs, running through situations out there. Has a chance right here for Raider Blomquist to get the Beavers on the board early if he can find some grass out there and get one in the outfield.
Next pitch. Fouled off right back here toward us. Even things up at 1-1. Funny to watch Coach Carter out there in the third base thing. He'll get 1 foot in that coach's box and 1 foot out. See if he can't just get out there and inspire the ball club. Yeah, he's still got 1 on the line there.
Yeah.
Usually not a thing, but some umpires, you never know. Next pitch, curveball. Called strike 2.
Yeah, I thought that just caught the outside part of the plate. In fact, Raider looks back at the umpire, says something, nods his head, gives him a thumbs up. He knows that was in there for a strike, so now he understands what that curveball looks like from Griffin Bone.
So the 1-2. Blackner still at second base. Gets off. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. For out number 1.
And that pitch was set up by the previous curveball down and away. He comes back fastball on the inside part of the plate, and he gets Raider Blomquist to swing over the top of it, just gets it underneath that swing. And so Deegan Bailey has a chance here right now still with the runner at second base, 2 outs to get that base hit and give himself a 1-run lead going out and pitching for his team.
Deegan Bailey, a .382 hitter.
Really good speed at second base in Deegan Blackner. So if he can get anything in a gap or in a hole, find something, Blackner's going to score from second easily. First pitch curveball in there for a strike 1 against Deegan Bailey.
.382 hitter with 20 runs driven in. Here's the 0-1. Oh, they do the swim move. Nope, can't get him back.
Yeah, both the shortstop and second base for Kanab. That's Kel Glover and Jackson Riddle doing a nice job of keeping Blackner close. Kanab knows that he's got great speed, and if they can keep him a little bit closer, keep him moving back towards second base, they might have a chance at not letting him score on a base hit.
Next pitch is hit right at the shortstop. Kel Glover, 2-hop across the diamond, but 6-3 put out for out number 3. So, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on. After half inning of play, it's the Beaver scoreless with Kanab coming to bat on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Ross's Pizza and Pasta Buffet is now open in Ridgefield. Come in today and experience an awesome salad bar and pasta choices with 12 different premium pizzas, breadsticks, ice cream, and bottomless drinks. Oh yeah, and it's all you can eat. Ross's Pizza and Pasta Buffet is now open at 1475 North Main in Ridgefield with lots of convenient parking and quick in and out all-you-can-eat buffet-style dining. That's Ross's Pizza and Pasta, all-you-can-eat buffet, open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the North I-70 exit in Richfield.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Foodtown. Barrett's Foodtown supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Foodtown in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
Your source for high school sports.
KSBC.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here at UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University. Beavers scoreless in their half of the inning with Kanab coming to bat. Deegan Bailey with a 1.95 ERA, 43 innings of work, 28 base on balls, 79 strikeouts, a 6-2 record. He'll face Maddox Baird, Cale Glover, and Griffin Bone. Maddox Baird comes up hitting .415 with 13 runs driven in. He's the battery mate for Griffin Bone. Does a good job back there behind the plate.
Yeah, really does. He's kind of one of the leaders emotionally and on the team there. He recognizes situations when he needs to go out and talk to his pitchers or pull the infield in and just kind of takes charge behind the plate, and that's what you want out of a catcher.
Deegan Bailey, what can you say about him? Sneaky. He doesn't have overpowering stuff, but good control. Got a good curveball, straight change. Actually, I think it's that knuckle change that we've seen him work on a little bit. So, and that's going to be important. He's going to have to keep him off balance.
Yeah, I agree. And I think the other thing you can say about him is he's got the experience. You know, he's been doing this since he was a freshman. He's been one of the go-to guys for this Beaver team, and especially on the mound.
So, Maddox Baird, .415, 13 runs driven in. He awaits the first pitch from Deegan Bailey. And here it is. First pitch in the dirt for ball one. In the turf dirt. We gotta get things straight here. Turf dirt and dirt are a lot different. They look the same. It looks like good rich Mississippi mud, but little round balls. They're about that, going to get through the 5-6 hole for the first hit. So just like Beaver did in their half, one hit, first hitter up, first base hit. Won't be no hitters today.
Nope. And the other thing is, Maddox Baird. We talk about Deegan Bailey and the experience, and Maddox Baird, same thing, and he jumps right in there, first pitch swinging, gets his first base hit of the game.
Hayden Gubler will run as a courtesy runner. He's got 6 stolen bases on the year. That brings up Cale Glover, 304, 19 runs driven in. Started off the year nursing an injury on his knee, squares around, lets it go, they throw behind. Ball gets up the right field line. Gudler will get up, he'll be the second base. Good throw there by Hollingshead, but not in time. Evans is a little unhappy with himself. So the first error.
Yeah, and those are the things, the little things right there that's going to impact this game. As we talked about it, it's going to be very similar to the last one where South Fair beats Enterprise in 8 innings, 4-1. But, one mistake can turn into 2 mistakes, and the more you can limit the freebies and the mistakes, the better off you're going to be.
Well spoken. First, next pitch to Glover, stays upstairs for ball 2.
Yeah, Glover's going to be ready here with the 2-0 count. Glover handles the bat really well, batting in that 2 spot. We saw him at shortstop. He's just got a really good glove. He's just a headsy player, good athlete.
Yeah, he's been at it for 4 years as well. Next pitch, going to stay upstairs, ball 3. Deegan Bailey doesn't really get shook. He'll shake it off. I think it's going to be the matter of which pitcher's still there in the 6th and 7th inning. You'll get a call strike 1. Whole automatic there.
Yeah, I think Coach Carter's going to come out and call time, maybe talk to the umpire, not sure about something. I don't know what. I don't know, maybe just telling the dugout to make sure that they're cheering for themselves and not against the other team.
3-1. Got time at the plate.
This must be a common theme. We saw San Juan doing the same thing to Deegan Bailey, calling time, about right when he's coming set.
Yeah, they did it a number of times. That's called strike 2. Griffin Bone stands in the on-deck circle, 482. A home run, 18 runs driven in. That ball's hit the center field. Gage Radden's got it back in quickly. So the F8 is out number 1.
Yeah, Radden went back hard. He knew right off the bat that he needed to get back. I was thinking that might have got him beat, but at the same time, Gage Radden, because he had such a good jump and his first step was back, he was able to get to that. Now you see the coaches, come out of the dugout with Griffin Bone saying deepen up.
Yeah, Griffin Bone has the 1 home run, 482 average, 18 runs driven in, looking to help himself out right here. First pitch, in the outside corner. Nice job of trying to frame the ball, but the ball was outside. Last game, that might have been a strike, but so far this game, not so. 1-0 pitch. Curveball. Well, they must have been down.
2-0 now. Griffin Bone, he gets his chance. Pitcher for Kanab gets a chance to maybe drive in a run and help himself out.
Hitters count 2-0. That's in the dirt as well.
Yeah, and they're going to be careful. They got first base open, so they don't necessarily need to give in and give anything good for Griffin Bone to hit. Probably the best hitter on this Kanab team.
Well, you got Walker Barrett, a .531 hitter in the on-deck circle, so Griffin he's not going to get in too big a hurry.
No, and he's just a good patient hitter up there. He understands the situation. That's the thing about Griffin. As much as his physical talent and ability, it's his mental part of the game too. He understands it really well.
Too,
high IQ.
Yep. Oh, took a good whack there and one in the outside portion. So the count goes full. Deegan Bailey battles back.
Yeah, and Radden shading him on the left side of center field. The right fielder's in the right center field gap.
That ball's lifted high in the infield. Bodie Wheatley at second base. He's got it for out number 2. They can breathe a sigh of relief there on the P4. Every position on the ball field has a number. Pitcher 1, catcher 2, first to third, 3, 4, 5, shortstop 6, outfield left to right 7, 8, and 9. So that P4 is pop up to the second baseman. Skied to the second baseman, I might say.
Yeah.
Just enough clouds maybe to help out.
Yeah, I was going to say, sometimes you get them up that high, the sun can be a factor, or sometimes the clouds, and you don't pick it up real well.
First pitch to Walker Baird. He turned on it, but foul. That ball went a long ways. It left the ballpark here, but foul.
Yeah, it did, and it really comes in tight down there in the right field corner, but at the same time, that was gone from the bat, but way foul.
Next pitch is down. Ball gets away. Evans can't hold on there at third base. Raider Blomqvist, the ball kind of climbed up his arm, so Maddox Baird, Hayden Gubler.
Well, and you don't ever want to make the first or the third out at third base, and had they been able to pick that one up and field it and catch it clean, that might have been the third out, but unfortunately for Beaver, they don't, and so fortunate for Kanab, they got 90 feet away from first run.
Next pitch in the dirt as well for ball 2.
Yeah, and the other thing that does now, puts a lot of pressure on Bailey to make sure he plays good catch there with Evans, and nothing down in the dirt or something wild that can get by him and score that runner from third.
I was a little worried about Hayden Gubler there. That was a hard slide pretty close to the base. You see people come up and get hurt. That next pitch called strike 2. So Walker Baird digs in. It's a 2-2 count. Deegan Bailey deals. Ball's in the dirt. Good stop there by Evans to keep Gubler at third base.
Yeah, and Bailey learned a lot on that first pitch to Walker Baird that he hit foul. He's been really smart about how he's pitched him since that one.
who went under there and got him on the strikeout. You're exactly right. Good, smart play. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 runner left on. After 1 full inning of play, still 0-0. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Moms, the architects of love, the superheroes of our lives. They're the ones who bandage scraped knees, kiss away tears, and sprinkle magic onto every moment. This Mother's Day, give credit where credit is due. When you switch 4 wireless lines to Strata Networks, you can receive up to $1,200 in credit. Plus, get up to $300 off select devices. Connect with Mom and visit us online at stratanetworks.com or in-store. Strata Networks. We connect lives.
Here at UCCU Ballpark, 2A State Baseball. Going frame number 2 of 7 here. Top of the second. Coming to bat will be the 5, 6, 7 hitters. Braden Evans, Andrew Hollingshead, Cutler Matheson. Facing Griffin Bone. Evans 426, 26 driven in from the right-hand side. First pitch swinging, fouls it off to the right.
Yeah, Evans just late on that one as that ball tailed inside on the handle a little bit and just not able to get his hands pulled through in time. Fouls that one back, but Evans got to be ready for that fastball from Griffin Bone, because you get behind the fastball, you're in trouble.
Looked like he took a little something off of that one. Evans is under it.
Yeah, down 0-2 right now. Griffin Bone can pretty much, he can nibble at the corners and maybe try to get him to chase at something, throw something down in the dirt, see if he'll wave at it.
Just throws one way outside. Max Baird was lucky to come up with that one. I thought that was headed to the backstop. Next pitch, curveball.
Got him.
Yep. Get him looking. Caught window shopping. For the second strikeout. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem yet in this game, but in that late game this evening, the sun's going to get to be a problem for the left side of the infield and outfield. It could be right now for especially the outfielder out there on the left side. That ball gets up there a little bit.
Yeah, like you said, the left side we're including in that, the shortstop, third baseman, and left fielder.
Yeah, left fielder, especially if that ball gets up, line drive's probably right, not right yet, but ball 1 to Andrew Hollingshead. Swing and a miss. Andrew from the left-hand side, 500 batting average with 1 RBI.
Yeah, and he will hit to all fields. In fact, obviously Kanab knows that. They bring Cash Kabonik in a little bit and move him towards that left center gap a little bit.
Yep, and they're straight up in center field. Swings over the top of a off-speed pitch there from Griffin Bone. Andrew was injured early in the year. So.
Well, we saw him pitch, and then we saw him already today in this right field. He fields that one and throws it in really hard. He's got a great arm.
Swing and a miss for out number 2 and a third strikeout.
Yeah, he just couldn't lay off the high stuff as Griffin Bone just recognized it and just continued to climb the ladder and got him to chase each time.
So 2 outs. Cutler Matheson, 327 hitter. He's got the sole home run on the ball club. 17 runs driven in. Cutler's the kind of do everything. One thing we haven't seen him do at the ball field is umpire. Fouls that first pitch off, straight back.
Well, that one hit hard, too. It came back, and it hit hard, and it came right down in front of the first row and hit the net. But Cutler Matheson just a little behind that, a little late, but he hit it hard.
Last time we were here, we saw him play 4 different positions in one inning.
Yeah. Well, we've seen him.
Well, he pitched twice in the same inning.
Yeah.
So. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
You know, when Griffin can throw that pitch, which I felt like that's been his strength forever, is just hitting spots. He's really tough to hit because he just locates the ball so well.
And that tailing fastball is going to tail down and in on the right-handers just like that one did. That's tough to hit.
Tries to come up, and Cutler Matheson doing a nice job not chasing, even though he had 2 strikes. Disciplined hitter at the plate, knowing the zone.
That previous pitch, it looks like it's coming right down the middle, and then that tail takes it in underneath your hands. That tail on that one worked its way back into the strike zone for another caught looking. Strike out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. After 1.5, still nothing to nothing. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network on TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Are you feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or struggling to cope with life's challenges? You're not alone. Finding the right support is the first step towards healing and wellness. Ryan Edens, a licensed clinical social worker at Gunnison Valley Hospital's Family Practice and Wellness, is a trusted mental health professional who uses a variety of psychotherapy treatments, including EMDR, to help his patients take charge of their mental health and start living a more fulfilling life. Call Ryan Edens at 435-528-2222 to schedule your appointment today.
Your home, life, and auto insurance deserve a winning team. Farmers Insurance Dan Cranny Agency introduces the newest member of the team, Gabe Cranny. Yep, it's now a doubleheader. But who needs insurance? If you own a home, farm, ranch, business, or have a spouse, children, or livestock, you need insurance. Get peace of mind with a winning team to make sure home sweet home stays that way. Call Dan or Gabe Cranny at Farmers Insurance in Richfield, 435-896-5453, 896-5453. America can depend on farmers.
This is Central Utah's sports leader,
KSBC.
Nolan Anderson, Willie Akers, we're back here. 2A State Baseball, Utah Valley University, UCCU Ballpark. Kanab coming to bat in the bottom of the second. Cash Kabonik, Brogan Drosko, Lane Sims. Cash from the left-hand side facing Deegan Bailey. First pitch curveballs upstairs for ball 1. Cash 400 hitter with 15 runs driven in.
Get Cash just a junior.
Next pitch. Foul back to the left-hand side, out of play. Hits the top of the roof.
Yeah, Cash is one that, obviously Coach Brinkerhoff really excited about, not only with his bat, but his ability to play the outfield anywhere and then be able to pitch and pitch in clutch games. Like you mentioned, Willie, last year he was really good.
So, 2 balls, 1 strike. Right on left here. Next pitch. Down just a little bit for ball 3.
Yeah, it's going to be important for these pitchers to not use and waste a lot of pitchers. Just go at these hitters.
That's it. Weakly, but good enough to get through out there to Gage Radden in center field for the base hit. Second hit in the ballgame for the Kanab Cowboys. That'll bring Brogan Verotzko, one of the 2 Verotzkos in the lineup. He's hitting 372 with 6 runs driven in. Brogan's a third baseman. Cannon is the other Verotzko. He'll in the hole. Nobody out. Cash Kabonik, 10 stolen bases on the season. That ball is skied towards the left side.
Nice job, Raider Blomquist, to come over there. Cutler Matheson was ready to call him off if need be, but Raider communicated very well. You could see him communicate back to Cutler that, hey, I've got this, and battled it. And we talked about the sun, but did a nice job just staying with it.
Yeah, never took his eyes off the ball. Cutler took his eyes off once or twice to look and make sure, but it looked like he still had it picked up. He was right there behind him. Lane Sims, 317, 15 runs driven in. Looks to bunt for a base hit, but misses it for strike one. Lane got some good speed. Seen Lane in the lineup for the Kanab Cowboys for, I think this is his third or fourth year as well.
Yeah, Lane's a senior this year.
Swing and a miss, strike two.
Lane's got great speed.
We were having a discussion one time with Coach Fox about Lane. Said I just can't keep him out of the lineup. Just a youngster, but he says he's banging on my door if I don't put him in the lineup.
Well, he's just got the ability to make plays defensively, and he runs so well.
He skies that one towards Deegan Blackner out there in left field for out number two.
I'll tell you what, if he would have flattened that ball out a little bit and hit it more on the line, that might have been a home run right down the left field line, but he skied that one way up there, and it took a while for it to come down as the left fielder out there, Deegan Blackner, had to wait for it.
Cannon Brasco comes up. Cannon's hitting 200 with two runs driven in. He's in right field today.
Yeah, Cannon, just a freshman.
So the first pitch to Cannon, a swing and a miss and one up. It's hard to lay off of those.
Yeah, those are right there at eye level, easy to see, but sometimes they're hard to catch up to.
Especially one from Deegan Bailey with that tailing action on that fastball up there. Next one's got another one there. Getting under a lot of stuff. Bodie Wheatley out there. Going to take it for out number three, the P4. So, no runs on one hit, no errors. One runner left on base. After two complete, still 0-0. We'll be back at UCCU Ballpark on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Drs. Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, Rhett Smith, and nurse practitioners Wade Hollingshead, Lindsay Cheney, Robin Horton, and Joan Yardley. The Beaver Medical Clinic is a family practice offering affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Listening to exciting high school sports action on KSVC.
Okie dokie. Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson, we're back here, UCCU Ballpark, 2A winners bracket action. And got a good couple teams that know each other. Beaver will bring David Smith and Davin Orton to the plate. Still facing Griffin Bone. Has given up just the one hit so far in the ball game. First pitch, hit towards the third baseman, the one hop. Across the diamond for out number one. Good play there by Brogan Veratsko.
Yeah, it was a great play. We saw David Smith swing a good bat down there last Saturday in that Beaver pot as well. Came up with some big hits and clutch moments for the Beavers, but nice job there. Veratsko fielding that one and throwing it across to Walker Baird for the out.
Davin Orton, a 281 hitter, 13 driven in from the right side. Griffin Bone deals the first pitch. Down for ball one.
Davin Orton, I mentioned last time we were down there in Beaver, I really like the way he plays first base, probably as good as anybody.
Next pitch. Down in the dirt as well.
Coach Carter probably gave him the take right there is my guess.
First 2-0 count for Griffin Bone.
Oh.
Up, swing and a miss. Well, fouls it off back.
Yeah, good swing. He was right on that one. Just missed it. Lots of room out there in the outfield. The left fielder, Kabonik's playing really deep. Wanted to keep everything in front of him.
Next pitch. Got him. Strike 2.
Yep, right down the middle. 2-2 evens the count. Center fielder Lane Sims starting to come in just a little bit. He's still behind that UVU Wolverine logo.
2-2 pitch. Ooh, underneath the arms, had a little bit of a wrinkle on it, but stayed inside. Going to bring the count full.
Yeah, just about 6 inches too far, right on that first line of that batter's box.
Next pitch. That's lifted to the right-hand side. Cannon Verosco's got it. For out number 2, the F9. Bring us back to the top of the lineup. Deegan Blackner. Deegan, second pitch he saw, drove it into between the 5-6 hole there for a base hit.
Yeah, he's aggressive early in the count. He sees first pitch, fastball. He's going to be attacking it. Like the way he's approaches the ball there from the plate. He does a nice job of just attacking pitches and really good approach.
So the first pitch, curveball. Upstairs, strike 1.
Yeah, and that, curveballs he's going to lay off it. But once again, his approach at the plate is attack the fastball early in the count.
The curveball, same place, same result.
Kind of shaking his head right there. But now he's going to have to swing at the curveball. He's done a nice job to lay off first and second pitch curveballs, but now you got to swing at him.
Fouls that one off.
Shows how quick his hands are right there. As that time Griffin Bone tried to just blow the fastball past him on the outside part of the plate, but Blackner's just quick enough and got quick hands, able just to throw the hands and foul that one straight back.
Next pitch. That's lifted foul to the right-hand side. I think that's going to get out of play. Nobody's going to get that. Hits the bullpen.
That's one they can warm up with when they need to.
There we go.
Blackner, once again, just fouling pitches off, doing a good job. He's still got to look for that fastball, then adjust to the off speed. That's where I think you see so many backwards Ks as hitters are trying to guess and pick up what pitch is coming, and they don't get the pitch they were looking for.
Next pitch stays up outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Be the 6th pitch in the at-bat to Blackner. That was fouled off as well.
This is good for Coach Carter and Beaver to see Deegan Blackner stay in there and see lots of pitches and foul them off. As that's going to be pitch number 37 now for Griffin Bone.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Bases are empty.
Yeah, Griffin Bone taking too much time out there on the mound, so Deegan Blackner wisely calls time, makes him step off.
I think that ball crossed up Maddox Baird.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I definitely think it crossed him up. He kind of swiped at it, just a defensive stop, and bat it down with the glove so it didn't hit him.
So 2-2. Three and 2. Deegan Blackner's battled all the way back from the 0-2.
Yeah, and that was a really good pitch, right where the catcher's glove was, but he just missed down.
Here's the pitch towards the third baseman. Rogan Brodsky across the diamond. Out number 3, the 5-3 put out. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. After 3 complete, still 0-0. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Mason Machinery has MacDon's M1240 windrower that offers cab features to keep operators safe, comfortable, and productive all day long, including Ultra Glide cab suspension, a high-back multi-adjustable air ride seat, Bluetooth radio, warning beacons, and a fully adjustable steering column. The deluxe option takes it further with heated vented leather seating, power mirrors, and a 360-degree night vision to keep you cutting along after the sun sets. The M1240 is the next level of harvesting performance. Ask Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora about an M1240 for your operation.
Your connection for high school sports. KSVC.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson here, UCCU Ballpark. Bottom of the third inning. 0-0 ball game. 9-1-2 for Kanab. Still facing Deegan Bailey out there. First pitch to Jackson Riddle is in the dirt. The turf dirt for ball one. We have to differentiate the turf dirt. The turf dirt, your ball don't get dirty, don't get scuffed up. You don't see him checking the ball after that unless it's raining.
Well, and I'll tell you what, we had a little bit of a rain delay in that first game, and had we been on dirt versus this turf, we might be another hour behind. It would have taken some time to come out and work on the field, dry it out, and it might be more than an hour. So we're grateful for these turf fields.
Couldn't pull the trigger on that one. Jackson Riddle takes strike one. Jackson, a 180 hitter. Does have a home run, though. It's hit towards the third baseman. Comes up with it. Throws a bullet. Norton can't hold on to that one. It was bobbled on the third base side, so I'm going to go with the E5.
Yeah. Give Jackson Riddle a lot of credit, too, for just hustling, running that one all the way out instead of just giving up on it, thinking that that's going to be a ground ball out.
See, quite often that Davin Norton would dig you out of the hole like that, but not that one. And here again, that could be a turf thing. Got to him a little quicker than he expected. See, a lot of people on turf will bounce that ball because they say it does physically speed it up. But if you're not ready for it,
well, and I think
keep your tongue in your mouth.
Well, and yeah, Orton, even at that, did a nice job of not letting that ball get past him to where Riddle would have then picked up an extra base.
So ball one to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, Maddox Baird, we saw him. He likes to hunt the fastball too early in the count. Had a nice base hit his first time up.
And over trying to see if they could catch Riddle asleep, but he's wide awake. So the 1-0 pitch to Maddox Baird, 4:15. He hit the second pitch he saw for a base hit. Trying to do the same thing there, just fouls it off. For strike one.
Lots of room out there. There's some pretty big gap between left and center. Left fielder really shading the left field line. Center fielder on the left side, but there's a big gap out in left center.
Swing and a miss. One up in the strike zone for strike two.
And Beaver kind of plays their outfielders that way. Even the right fielder, Hollingshead, he's in that right center field gap, so there's room. Same thing down the line to right field if you get an outside pitch just to go with it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Deegan Bailey about to deal. He goes across the dynamo. Oh, good stop there by Davin Norton to keep that ball from going up the foul territory. Somebody with the speed like Jackson Riddle might end up at third base. We've seen it today already. A 2-base on that overthrow.
And Bailey's shown that he's not afraid to throw it over to first base. He likes to keep track of the runners and keep them close, help his catcher out.
Nixon's upstairs.
Yeah, that one he just didn't bend the back and, stay on top of the fastball. Left it up in the zone, got to bend the back and really follow through and throw downhill.
Yeah. Tuck the glove in, put that hand back in the back pocket on the release. Uh-oh. That one's drilled to the left-hand side. Blackner going back, but right at the warning track for out number one.
Well, and you see Blackner right there, too. As he looked up, you could see the reflection off the sunglasses. So I thought that was going to be a tough play because it looked like it did get right in the sun out there as he had to go to left center to make that play, but
you can look
didn't
at his
phase him
shadow.
at all. Yeah.
Look at his shadow. The shadow's starting to lengthen out a little bit out there behind him.
Yeah, really nice play in left field.
So that'll bring up Cale Glover. Flew out center field his first time up, a 304 hitter. Runner still at first base. Called strike one to Cale.
Yeah, we might start seeing, after this inning, I would think we start getting the middle of this ball game and towards the end, you're going to start seeing a lot more. We haven't seen a lot of good execution, but people trying. But you might see these two teams try to execute some bunts, some hit and run, maybe even try to gamble a little bit and take try to steal a base.
Yeah, little small ball.
Yeah, one hit so far for Beaver and two for Kanab, and two out, or just one out right here. Chance for maybe a double play and end this inning, and zeros through three.
Next pitch. Evans was set up outside there, got it, but it was just a little bit outside. Had one to waste on that one. 2 pitch, now 1-2. The one out. Jackson Riddle still at first base. He is a threat to go.
They snapped that curveball off. That looked really good, but Beaver fans letting the umpire hear it. In fact, Evans is going to go out and talk to his pitcher right there. I think he's probably saying, hey, that was a perfect pitch, but we didn't get the call. Come back, throw another one.
Oh, did he call that a ball?
Yeah.
So it's 3-1?
Well, or maybe he called it a strike, but I didn't see him. It's 2-2 count on the scoreboard.
Well, can we trust that?
Yeah, I don't know. The fans acted like he called it a ball, and I never really seen him signal.
Yeah, we'll find out here. That was outside for sure.
Yeah, 3-2, full count, he says.
Okay, so he did call it a strike. So it was the Kanab fans that were a little unruly on that one then, huh? I did not see the call, so.
Yeah, I think it was a strike no matter what, but yeah, ball four right there.
So that'll put runners at first and second. First base on balls given up by Bailey. Braden Evans is going to go out and talk. That brings up Griffin Bone.
Yeah, that you really wanted to try to get Glover right there. He got ahead, fell behind, and then walks him. And now you have runners at first and second with the dangerous hitting Griffin Bone coming to the plate. But he did get him his last time up. He got him to pop up to Bodie Wheatley there at second base. You see Coach Brinkerhoff come up, put his arm around him, talk to him. He's probably telling him, hey, we don't need anything extra, just a nice base hit. Give us that one-run lead.
Yeah, we just need a knock here. We just need a notch on the scoreboard. Notch on the old gun butt here. First pitch to Griffin Bone. That's lifted to the right side. That's hit pretty good. Hollings heads back. He's got it. The tag at second. So the F9 will move the runner from second to third. And Glover will have to hold there at first base. Holling has got a good arm. But there are 2 outs now.
Well, and you're right there. We talked about Holling said Beaver likes to play him in that right center gap on the right-handed hitters, and if he's not playing in that gap, that's probably going to be a double in the gap. But Holling said able to go back and make the nice play.
Right, we're playing in Kanab. That was probably a home run there.
Well, true.
Just a long fly ball here. That brings up Walker Baird, 531 with 8 driven in. He struck out his first time up.
Well, and we saw
That's
him hit one foul. He's definitely capable of putting a charge into one.
They tried the deke play, but it did not work.
Yep, fake that throw over to third base and then come back to first.
Cale Glover got back.
2 outs right here. It's going to be interesting. I think you're probably going to see Coach Brinkerhoff just play it straight up and give Walker Barrett a chance to get a run in.
Well, I think I would if the .531 average with 2 outs. If there was 1 out, I might think something different.
Yeah, and he's just as he's giving signs and talking to the base runners saying, hey, 2 out. Basically, they're going to give Walker Barrett the chance to hit the wall.
Takes Nixon outside for ball 2.
Well, and you got Cash Kabonic. Walker did strike out. You got Cash Kabonic, who had a single standing in the on-deck circle.
Back-to-back left-handers. Next pitch, that one's down as well. So ball 3. I would guess you're going to have the take sign here.
Yeah, there's only a few coaches I know that give them the 3-0 green light. We just talked to one of them. That's Coach Bundy. He likes to let his hitters have a chance, but I think Brinkerhoff will make him take one.
Strike 1. No automatic.
You know, and
my coach told me, he says, I'm not going to give you the take sign, but if you swing 3-0, you better hit the baseball.
You see it a lot in the majors. They just give them the green light, let them swing away. But
nothing's in the dirt.
It's
tough.
load
the bases.
Yep, pitcher to throw 3 straight. So a lot of times you can take that chance, and he takes, the 3-0 for a strike. But then Bailey unable to throw the next one for a strike, and that's going to bring Coach Carter out of the dugout as he's going to go out and pull the infield together and talk through the situation. Still no runs on the board. Loaded bases here with 2 outs.
Yeah, I don't see him taking the ball from Deegan Bailey. He didn't go out and take it there.
No, I think he's just talking through things and just trying to settle down Bailey, saying, hey, you've done a great job. We're not hurt. We get this guy. We get a chance to come up and go get a run on the board. So,
yep, you're my man.
Mm-hmm.
You're my man. You've got to go out and do it. There's no real change in the demeanor of Deegan Bailey. He's pretty level-headed, as we've seen him through the year. Not just this year, but through the years as he's been called on. Right there, Bodie Wheatley giving him the pep talk.
Yeah, it gives Carter a chance to talk with Evans, too, on a few things and see what they want to do.
So that'll bring up Cash Kabonic, the 400 hitter. He singled his last time up. One of the 2 hits in the ballgame for Kanab. First pitch, swing and a miss.
Yeah, and he took a big hack right there, almost like he was trying to turn on that pitch and drive it down the right field line, but just missed that one, pulled his head off it.
Next pitch, that's hit towards the shortstop. Matheson's going to take second himself on the force out. So, FC there, the force out is third right there. So, no runs. There were no hits on the inning. There was the 1 error, and there's 3 runners left on. So at the end of 3 complete, still 0-0. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Are you
Local and not so local. We got them all gathered here from all 4 corners of the state. So 2A State Baseball, UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University. Beaver comes to bat in the top of the 4th inning. They'll bring up 2-3-4. Bodie Wheatley, Raider Blomquist, Deegan Bailey. First pitch to Bodie. Oh. Not sure how that missed him, but it did.
Yeah, he just able to suck in his belly, I guess, and get out of the way just enough because
self-preservation
I
kicks
thought
in.
maybe that was going to get him, but it does bounce off Baird's glove, and it's just a ball.
Next pitch fouled off to the right-hand side.
Well, it shows you the toughness of Wheatley. You know, he's standing right in there on the inside part of the plate, and Bone tries to brush him back a little bit and throws ball one, but Wheatley gets right back in there and swings at the next one and fouls it off.
So 1-1. Curveball. He just kind of pokes the bat out there. Walker Baird going to get to it at first base. Yes, he does. Wheatley's disgusted with himself. But the P3 is out number one.
Well, and that's, you know, it's a 1-1 count. Throws a curveball, kind of breaking away. You've got to really have your backside up underneath and drive that baseball hard into to right field. If not, you let it go. Even if it's a strike, it's strike two.
And then, that's one strike.
Yeah,
then strike two. Yep.
Then you battle. But too many times we see these players just commit themselves and then pop out like that.
Yep. Ball's beat on the ground. Maddox Bear's going to come up, throw him out.
Yeah, same thing right there. Raider Blomquist kind of check swing, couldn't hold up and committed too much into it. Gets enough of it that it just pops it up off the ground right in front of home plate, and Baird with the nice play.
So it brings up Deegan Bailey for a chance to try and help himself out here, see if he can't get something started. Just the one hit thus far in the ballgame for the Beavers. First pitch upstairs to Deegan Bailey. Deegan's a 382 hitter, 20 runs driven in on the season. Next pitch, that's lifted towards the left fielder, Cash Kabonik. He's calling everybody off. He's got it. Route number 3 on the F7. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. At 3.5, it's still 0-0. We'll be back at the UCCU ballpark on the Meet Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
This is Mark Huntsman, President and CEO of Sunrise Engineering. Thank you to our clients and employees at Sunrise for the opportunity to work together to accomplish many great things. When you think of an engineering company, roads and water systems may come first to your mind. At Sunrise, we're in the people business. The people at Sunrise work hard to create solutions that work and relationships that last for the people of our communities. To become part of the Sunrise team or to learn more about our professional services, visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
You're listening to Utah's sports leader, KSVC.
Okay. Going to the bottom of the fourth inning. Let's see where we have fielder's choice there. So that's going to bring up Brogan Brodsko, Lane Sims, and Cannon Brodsko. Deegan Bailey still on the mound for the Beavers. 2 bases and balls, 2 strikeouts. 2 hits. Curveball right there for strike 1 to Cash Kabonik.
Yeah, he snapped that one off. Really good. Yeah, nice pitch from Bailey. That's the way you want to start, being able to throw that first pitch. Curveball getting ahead early in the count on these Kanab hitters.
Another curveball. Strike 2.
Yeah, Vrosco probably chased one down out of the zone right there. Finds himself down in the count now 0-2. He has to shorten up and really focus on attacking anything near the zone here with 2 strikes.
That was fouled off to the right-hand side. He'll stay alive.
Yeah, good piece of hitting right there from Vrosco. Stayed up underneath himself on that one. Didn't just get out on the front foot and wave at it. Really had some weight behind it and drove that one just foul.
0-2's in the dirt. In the turf dirt there. Good stop there by Braden Evans.
Yeah, Vrosco's got a really good swing, just a sophomore. We saw him last year as a freshman as well.
Curveball. Oh, that didn't fool him. He just got on top of it.
Yeah, we've seen it fool many hitters today, but he stayed right in there, just turned the front side in, and then just let that thing break, and then trying to turn on it and hit it down that 5-6 hole.
It's like Bailey comes from a couple different arm slots. Comes right over the top. That ball's going to break down like 11-5. Then it'll come a little more to the side arm or 3/4 side and get the 10-4 sweep on the thing. That one's in the dirt for ball 2. Where did he found? He found that one off, didn't he?
It was in the dirt, 2-2, yep.
That one's hit toward second base, and Wheatley over to the first baseman, Orton, for the 4-3 put out number 1.
A nice job of Bailey coming back and getting that one in there instead of going to a full count, and Vrosco grounds out to the second baseman, Bodie Wheatley.
That'll bring up Lane Sims. He flew out to the left fielder his first time up. He came into the ball game, into the tournament, hitting .317, 15 runs driven in. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 1.
You know, we talked about maybe having some of these two teams looking for opportunities for maybe just trying to bunt for a base hit or move a runner. Kanab had opportunities last inning, just not able to come up clutch and get the runs across when they had a runner in scoring position. Still Beaver with just the one hit. That was Deegan Blackner to start the game.
Next pitch. Must have missed down.
Yeah, Kanab looking for their third hit of the game. They've got 2. Lane Sims flew out to left field in his first at-bat.
That must have been up. Ball 4.
Yeah, and he's not one you want to walk because Lane Sims has the ability to steal a base. He's got good speed, and that's going to give, if he could steal a base right here, that would put a runner at second base with just the one out and give Kanab a couple opportunities to try to drive him in.
So we'll see how they play it here.
Lane Sims, 9 stolen bases.
Yeah, Cannon Vrosco, a 200 hitter. They try and move him over and see if he can't get a 2-out hit. Nope. First pitch upstairs, ball 1.
Yeah, Lane Sims didn't have a big lead that time, but kind of faked like he was going to go, took 3 or 4 hard ones and then stopped. Just kind of seeing what they would do defensively, but still not a very big lead there at first base.
2.5 steps, fakes it again. Strike 1 at the plate. 1-1.
Yeah, Vrosco, just a freshman.
1-1 pitch. Sims isn't going. Ball's fouled back for strike 2.
Yeah, Vrosco got a good swing on that one, but just a little bit underneath that fastball as it was on the outside part of the plate and maybe up in the zone just a little bit. Really needed to get on top of that one and be a little bit quicker, but now he's going to have to face more than likely Bailey's curveball.
Yep, we got time at the plate. Vrosco calls timeout, gets it. Now he's back in. Bailey's ready to deal. Here's the pitch. Well, that's ripped towards the left fielder, but right at Deegan Blackner. He's got it for the L7 and out number 2. And no opportunity for Lane Sims to move up, so he'll be stuck there at first base. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Jackson Riddle.
Yeah, now you might see Coach Brinkerhoff take a chance or an opportunity to try to get him to second base here with 2 outs. But once again, that ball was ripped by Vrosco, but Blackner doing a nice job in left field makes the catch.
First pitch is called strike 1 on the curveball to Jackson Riddle. Jackson comes in just hitting 180.
This is when Bailey's good, is when he gets that curveball for a strike for when he can throw it first pitch.
Fouled off to the right-hand side on strike 2.
Yeah, maybe with 2 strikes you might see Lane Sims try to take off. So far, we haven't seen him even attempt. Just get his same normal lead.
Talk about the teams knowing each other. They know the arm of Braden Evans. He did go on that one. I think that was the run and hit. Good scoop over there on the 5-3 put out by Davin Orton for out number 3. So, Beavers go down, no runs, no hits, no errors. There was one runner left on base. They left 6 on now through 4. Going into the bottom of the 4th inning, 0-0. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
At CVMC Medical Clinics, our growing team of physicians and advanced providers are shaping what rural health care can be. With an array of specialties available in world-class orthopedic medicine, our footprint is always expanding to ensure our personalized approach is reaching as many as possible. Familiar faces and expert knowledge, all of our locations can offer your family full-spectrum care in one place. Available in Nephi, Santaquin, and Fountain Green. CVMC is the place where healthcare is made personal.
Western Dining, there's only one stop in southern Utah, Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant in Kanab. Stop in for their special chicken fried steak with Bob's homemade country gravy and delicious Western entrees. They also offer takeout. Just call 644-2488. That's 644-2488. Houston's Trails Inn features remote site catering. Anywhere, anytime, anyplace. Just phone 435-899-2140. So make plans to stop by Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant and mobile catering in Kanab, where the waitresses wear guns on their hips and a smile on their lips.
Your home for high school sports.
KSBC.
For the Acres, Nolan Anderson back here. Braden Evans steps in against Griffin Bone. Swinging waves at a good curveball there. We're in the top of the 5th inning, 0-0 still. Braden Evans struck out looking his first time up. Just a second look at Griffin Bone. Another curveball, that stays down. Griffin, I had him coming in with 47 pitches to start the inning. 4 strikeouts. No base on balls. No other freebies given up yet by the Kanab Cowboys. Fouls that one back for strike 2.
Yeah, Evans had a really good swing on that pitch right there. He knew it was coming and he was ready for it, but just not able to square it up. Left fielder Cash Kabonik playing really deep in left, and now we're going to see the center fielder Lane Sims actually shift over and play a little bit on the second base side of center field.
That's it. One hop right at the second baseman, Jackson Riddle, over to the first baseman, Walker Baird, for out number 1 on the 4-3 put out.
Yeah, it's obviously Lane Sims paying attention to what the signs are and where they're trying to pitch Evans right there, because you saw him move over. Sure enough, the very next pitch, Evans hits that hard ground ball to the second baseman, Riddle, for the out. Andrew Hollingshead struck out swinging his last time up.
That ball's going to get down in front of the left fielder for a base hit.
Yeah, really good job of Cannon Verosco getting around on that one, keeping it in front of him, fielding it cleanly and getting it into second base. But that's a second hit for Beaver, as Andrew Hollingshead's now 1 for 2.
Good job of staying back on the baseball.
Yeah, it's going to bring up Cutler Matheson. Cutler Matheson got caught looking at strike 3 his first time up. Back in the second inning. Thrower to first base, and Hollingshead's in there head first safely. Here's a pitch from Bone, and it's going to be in there for strike 1 as Cutler Matheson swings right over the top of that one. Coach Carter running through the signs. Hollingshead kind of gets out there to his Leach shuffles out there quickly. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a attempted bunt, and Cutler Matheson misses that one. Right idea, I think, from Coach Carter to try to get something happening here for the Beavers offense, but Cutler Matheson now behind in the count 0-2. Here's the next pitch from Bone, and it's going to be in there for strike 3, and Cutler Matheson goes down swinging. That's going to be out number 2, and that's going to bring to the plate David Smith, who grounded out to third base his first time up back in the 3rd inning.
Fifth strikeout for Griffin Bone. I'm trying to get a score on some of the 3A games, but I can't seem to get anything. Got time at the plate. David Smith calls for it and gets it. Bone goes over to first. Not in time. David Smith comes in hitting .500, limited action. He's come up in some tight spots, got a couple runs driven in. Goes over again.
They're really trying to keep Hollingshead close. They don't want to give him a chance to steal a base here and get that go-ahead run at second base.
Next pitch is in the dirt. They're in the turf, dirt for ball 1.
Well, Baird picked that up. He did a nice job of picking it, and nice clean scoop right there. But he's Hollingshead's still got to work on a good secondary. He's got to be careful and cautious, but anything ball and dirt that might get away, got to be able to advance and pick up that extra base.
Next pitch upstairs, yeah, because Maddox Baird was about to go back behind him there.
Yeah, and that's why I say he's got to be alert. He's still got to get a good secondary, but no, if he fields it cleanly, I'm coming back hard. But if not, I've got my momentum going to second base, and anything ball and dirt or that might get away and he can't pick it cleanly, you've got to be able to go.
So the 2-0 pitch. Going to be called strike 1.
Yeah, David Smith just doing a nice job. We saw him play some second base. Today he's doing the DH.
Bone goes across again. Next pitch. Stays down for ball 2, or ball 3.
Yeah, 3-1 count. This may be an opportunity for him to get Hollingshead started there at first base, because if he decides to swing at it, he got the runner going. But if not, it's going to be ball 4.
Yep. Hits it though behind him in the right field. Hollingshead's going to try third. Now the ball not picked up cleanly. We'll just have to come back. So second hit in the inning, third of the ball game. We'll put runners at first and third. And David Smith comes up big again.
Yeah, he does. He's done a nice job. He's got a good looking swing up there. Stands in there with confidence, and great base running from Hollingshead, who wasn't going on the pitch, but he got a really good jump off the bat and made a hard turn. He was going first to third no matter what.
Yep, that brings up Davin Orton, number 0. 0 for Orton.
Hey, maybe that's why.
Yeah, whatever. Davin comes in hitting .281, 13 runs driven in to start the tournament. Flew out to the right fielder his first time up. Another trying that dink play.
Yep.
It works now and then at this level. It works okay in Little League and stuff like that, but it's worth a try. First pitch to Davin Orton's in there for strike 1. Davin's shaking his head. He don't like that one at all.
No, neither did the Beaver fans, but I like Hollingshead's aggressiveness and the way he runs the bases. He's getting a good secondary coming down the line. Anything that gets by, I'll bet you'll see him come hard, even if it's just not all the way to the backstop.
Yeah, down in foul territory, back and fair.
That time Baird looked him back and actually stepped inside and looks down there, gives Verosco kind of a nod like, hey, get back there, because he might try throwing him out.
Pitch, swing and a miss. Had a good swing on one.
Yeah, that time Griffin Bone took a little extra time, and then I felt like he was just really loading up, and he brought that fastball on the outside part of the plate and just blew it past Orton.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and third. Here's the pitch. Tries that dink play again. Well, just looking Holling's head back. He knew I'd rank on him if he tried that dink play twice in 1 inning.
Yeah, he's just trying to keep Holling's head close there because he's been aggressive on the bases and getting down the line.
It's pitch. It's hit towards the third baseman. Roscoe comes up, throws across the diamond for the 5-3 put out, and that'll end the rally. Or the attempted rally. That's out number 3. So, no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there were 2 left on. After 4.5, still 0-0 with Kanab coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Brent Stapley is right here in Beaver to help you select the right protection at the right price. Brent will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Brent Stapley, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve students and parents in Kane County while making it a priority to focus on every student every day. Kane County School District makes it easy and convenient to find information about local schools, the district calendar, announcements, Board of Education minutes, as well as your students' grades and attendance, all at kanek12.org. That's kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance. The Kane County School District.
You're listening to Utah's sports leader, KSBC.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning of a 0-0 ball game. 2A state baseball. Winners bracket game. Number 1 against number 4. Number 1 at bat, that's the Kanab Cowboys. Number 4 in the outfield, that's the Beavers. Familiar with each other? Ready to do battle in the bottom of the 5th. 1-2-3, Maddox Baird, Cale Glover. First pitch to Maddox Baird inside for ball 1. Following Cale Glover will be the big guy himself, Griffin Bone. 1-0 was in the dirt, in the turf dirt out there for ball 2.
Yeah, that time Bailey tried to just really rear back and throw the heater to Maddox Baird. We've seen him, like you said, single and flew out to left. He's 1 for 2, but he's done a nice job behind the plate, too. I really like the way he takes control back there.
They called timeout and give it. Another one of them late timeouts.
Well, and he called timeout and he didn't give it initially, and then he stepped out and realized he didn't get it and then stepped back in, still trying to get it, and the umpire finally awarded him timeout.
So the pitch upstairs for ball 3.
Yeah, Baird's a tough out, and so Bailey falling behind right here, 3-0.
4 straight balls. For the 4th base on balls. He came in with 71. We've got him now at 75 pitches. And we got a runner, number 6.
That's going to be Hayden Gubler.
Yep, same as running first inning there. Hayden Gubler's got 6 stolen bases. So he's got some speed. Brings up Cale Glover. 0 for 1 in the ball game. That puts the bunt down. Bailey's going to go and get the 1. The fielder's choice. Out number 1 moves Hayden Gubler to second base. Brings up Griffin Bone. Opportunity for a 1-out base hit. Something.
Got a score update, Willie. Union leads 9-1 in the top of the 7th.
Wow. They're going to walk Griffin Bone.
Yeah, I like
Fugger Saloon. Yeah.
Yeah, I like what Coach Brinkerhoff did in bunting Baird over to second base, but I was fearful that that's exactly for Kanab, that's what Beaver would do. But if I'm Beaver, I do the same thing, and I think that's smart. Coach Carter saying, okay, bunt him over, that's no problem. We're going to walk him, and then we're going to play for the double play right here.
Yeah, Walker Baird, 531 hitter. From the left side, you're going to have to be quick on the double play. He runs good. Hits it to the first baseman, going to have to go to 1. Just take the 1 there. So the G3 is out number 2, but everybody else moves up.
Yeah, it's going to bring up Walker Baird, who's 0 for 1, struck out and walked his last at-bat. But nice play from Davin Orton. You know, that ball was hit pretty good. Kind of made a diving stab at it, scoops it clean, gets up and beats him to first base for the out.
So Cash Kabanik rips that first one towards center field. Coming in, yes. Good job there by Gage Radden on the L8, out number 3. Ever so, we remain scoreless. No runs on 2 hits. No errors and 2 runners left on. So at the end of 5 complete, still 0-0. We'll come back and do it all over again on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery. Check out their great cut fruit program with wonderful fresh-cut fruit daily. And everyone loves Honey's famous talking truck, Rusty. Get all this with the hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab. Complete coverage of local high school sports on KSVC.
Okay, we're back. Top of the 6th inning. Griffin Bone will face the top of the lineup for the Beavers, Deegan Blackner, Bodie Wheatley, Raider Blomquist. Deegan 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch. Outside for ball 1. I had Griffin in with 63 pitches to start this inning. Can go to 110.
Yeah, Deegan Blackner 1 for 2, single and ground out to third.
That's it, right back up the middle. That's going to get through there. So Deegan 2 for 3, 4th hit in the ball game for the Beavers.
Yeah, Blackner really been impressed with him. He's just done a nice job and in left field, and then he does a great job right there at the plate, getting that pitch out over the plate, staying within himself, getting his hands inside the baseball and driving it right back up the middle.
Brings Bodie Wheatley. He can handle the bat good. Let's see what Coach Daniel Carter chooses to do. He's a 476 hitter. Yep, I kind of thought maybe they might.
And he didn't want to show that too soon, but at the same time, I think if you're going to just go ahead and sacrifice bunt and move Blackner to second base, you just square early, and it's no surprise. But he's got good enough speed. All you have to do is get it down. He'll be safely in second base. But Wheatley just fouls that one straight back.
Again, just lays one out there. That's a good bunt. They're going to have to hurry. Wheatley dives, but he's going to get it put out there at first.
Good effort, and he lays out head first slide, but gets him a nice play from Maddox Baird. But he does his job. He moves the runner over, and Blackner at second base with great speed. Anything to the outfield grass, he should be able to score now.
Brings up Raider Blomquist, a 4-11 hitter. Struck out and grounded out, similar to what Bodley Wheatley just did. Deegan Bailey in the on-deck circle. First pitch to Blomquist. That's it. Line drive. They're going to double him up. Yep. So the L4 is out number 2, and they're going to get Blackner at second base.
Yeah, it's a tough one because that line drive was hit so hard, and it was to the left of the second baseman, Riddle, but you still have to freeze on it, make sure it gets by, but he was ready to go. He knew how important that run was if he could get around there, but makes the catch, and he's not able to beat the throw back to second base, so he gets doubled up.
So no runs, no hits, no errors. After 5.5, still nothing to nothing, with Kanab coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Shop Lumber Plus True Value in Kanab for great bargains of the month. Get rid of pesky weeds and grass with 1 gallon of Roundup for only $14.99. Complete your lawn and garden care purchases with your choice of a welded bow rake, round point shovel, or square point transfer shovel for only $11.99. When you're done with the yard duties, sit back and relax on a new Adirondack chair by Real Comfort for only $19.99. Don't miss out. Get these bargains of the month while supplies last at Lumber Plus True Value in Kanab.
March is here, and it's time for mayhem with the Ogden Superstore Basketball Mayhem Contest on MidUtahRadio.com. It's easy to fill out your bracket and win great prizes from Central Utah businesses. Just go to MidUtahRadio.com, click on promos, then click on the Ogden Superstore March Basketball Mayhem Contest. Sign up, then fill out your bracket for a chance to win a big screen TV from Ogden Superstore in Richfield, or how about a getaway to Ruby's Inn in Bryce Canyon City. Plus, every round of the NCAA tournament will be giving away 18 holes of golf for 2 people with a cart at either Coveview Golf Club in Richfield, Sunset View Golf Course in Delta, or Palisades State Park Golf Course in Sterling. So why not play for your chance to win these great prizes? Remember, just go online to MidUtahRadio.com, click on promos, then click on the Ogden Superstore March Basketball Mayhem Contest. And don't forget, you need to fill your bracket out before 10 a.m. Thursday, so don't wait. Get online.
Your source for high school sports.
KSVC.
Okay, ball 1 to Brogan Verochko here in the bottom of the 6th inning, facing Deegan Bailey. Next pitch is called strike 1 on that inside portion. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, 8 runners left on so far for the Kanab Cowboys. That's hit at the third baseman. Good throw across the diamond from Raider Blomquist for the 5-3 put out. Good dig over there by Davin Orton for out number 1.
Yeah, that's how you want to start. If you're Bailey, you've got to get that first batter out, and really helps you settle in right now because this is coming down to the wire. We're bottom of the 6th, 0-0. Looked like Beaver maybe had an opportunity and then gets doubled up, so you want to be able to go into the 7th, 0-0.
Yeah, first pitch outside to Lane Sims. Yeah, and that's pitch number 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. Called strike on the outside portion. Had him coming in with 79, and that's the 5th pitch in the inning. That ball's lifted foul to the right-hand side. On the other hand, through Bones Park, that's 68 pitches through 5. So right now the advantage to Griffin Bone. We look at who's going to be around in the 7th inning. Next pitch, curveball, stays upstairs. Even things up at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. That's foul enough right back over our heads here.
Yeah, Lane Sims doing a nice job out there in center field. We've seen him make some great plays defensively, and now he's trying to do something with the bat here offensively, get the team rolling.
Next pitch fouled off. Stay alive. Be the 7th pitch in the at-bat.
Yeah, and that puts the pitch count to 87.
Swing and miss. Going to get him on a curveball on that outside portion. Just the 2nd strikeout I have for.
Well, you talked about it, Bailey being kind of sneaky good out there. He almost reminds you of a little bit of a Greg Maddux, right? You said he's not going to overpower you, but he's got really good stuff, and he just keeps you off balance.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Down there earlier in the week. First pitch outside for ball 1.
Cannon Verosco, the right fielder. We've seen him make some plays defensively. We've also seen him hit one pretty hard to left field his last time at bat, but he's 0 for 2 looking for his first hit of the game.
Yeah, came into the ball game today hitting 200, hitting in the 8 hole for Coach Craig Brinkerhoff and the defending 2A state champions.
Yeah, and they're giving him a huge gap in right center field.
Boy, something out there like that would be something you could shoot that way too.
Yeah, and that one, the catcher Evans and the whole dugout and fans did not like that last pitch. But you got to be careful. You got to just keep staying within yourself.
Did they call that foul?
Foul, yeah, just a foul ball, but right down the left field line, and just missed that one by about a foot. As that ball, Cannon Verosco really turned on it, hit it well, but just foul.
I guess by the time I moved from here to there to see
Yeah,
where
yeah.
that ball went, it looked like it had stayed foul or fair to me.
Yeah, he's still ahead in the count 2-1, though. He needs to look for his pitch.
That's hit out towards the left fielder. Oh, that's going to get by him. It'll be at least 2. They're going to send him. He stumbled a little bit. Here comes the throw. Going to get him.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that Coach Brinkerhoff was bringing him. I just think he was thinking 3 all the way. But that's a tough way to end an inning, getting out there at third base. You'd prefer just to hold up at second and have a chance to drive him in. But give the youngster a lot of credit, man. He hit that ball well, but nice job, too. Beaver hustling down, recovering, getting that ball, hitting the cutoff, and then Cutler Matheson with the perfect relay.
So we'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Team Hive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery, and sushi made fresh every day. Get all this with hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Live high school sports action on
KSBC.
Billy Akers, Nolan Anderson. We're back here, UCCU Ballpark. We got another one going to the 7th inning. This is a nothing ball game, just like our last one.
Other than it was 1-0 going to the top of the 7th because they.
Was that the walk? Was that okay?
They did get the 1 run, and then Enterprise had 1 in the bottom of the 6th, and then South Sevier tied it in the 7th, and we went to the 8th.
Okay, well, that'll bring up Deegan Bailey. Hey, we have a final for him, Coach.
Yeah, we do. Union knocks off Manti 9-1, so Union will be playing in the best of 3 series for the 3A state championship against the winner of the Canyon View Morgan game.
First pitch is strike 1 to Deegan Bailey. Deegan 0 for 2 in the ball game. Came in hitting 382. Griffin Bone had him coming in with 68 pitches.
Yeah, pitcher's duel and a defensive battle, really, because, yeah, both pitchers are throwing great, but defensively their teams are playing well behind them. We've seen some diving catches and some great plays, some nice throws and scoops on the infield.
It's hit towards the shortstop. Glover comes across. They say they got him.
Wow. I'll tell you what, we talk about defense, flashing leather. That was a nice backhand and a nice throw across the diamond, one scoop, and then Baird with the nice stretch right there to get him by half a step. But Coach Carter does not like it, and he's going to go down and talk to the umpire. But, you know, we've seen this before. All you can do is question them, and they're know that you're not happy with them. But at the same time, that could have gone either way. But a nice defensive play from Glover to Baird, shortstop to first base.
Yeah, you're very seldom going to talk the umpire out of something like that. He's the only one with the call. He's right there. He was right, I thought, right where he needed to be to make the call. So, one out here. Top of the 7th.
Well, and if you're Beaver and you're you know, you got to appreciate Coach Carter questioning that. As a player, you know that your coach stands behind you and he's going to back you up. And sometimes you go out there and compete a little harder next time.
So the first pitch to Evans, that's ripped to center field for a base hit. So Braden Evans says, well, I ain't waiting around to get behind this guy.
Well, that's what I mean by a play like that, and your coach you know, challenging the umpire a little bit, just questioning, and he did it in a good way. He wasn't, you know, he didn't go over there screaming and yelling and waving his hands. He went and questioned him, but the players right there, Evans responds, gets a base hit right up the middle.
Going to get a runner. We're just waiting to get the number. I think it's probably going to be Davis Carter. Is that number 6?
Number 6, Noah Wolf. Well, we see Hollingshead, who had a nice base hit his last time up. Griffin Bone did strike him out his first time, but Andrew Hollingshead won the battle the second time up. So Beavers got to be happy seeing Hollingshead come up right now.
No, Wolf has 7 steals on the season, so he's got some good speed. Andrew Hollingshead from the left-hand side. Works to their advantage. The catcher can't see what's going on over there. Sometimes loses track of what's going on. Ball 1 is outside. So cuts down a little bit maybe on the reaction time from your catcher. Could be the difference in being able to steal a base. Next pitch, inside, ball 2.
Well, we talked about Griffin Bone, you know, does not walk many batters at all. He's yet to walk anybody. He's got 5 strikeouts. Beaver right now leads on the scoreboard as far as hits. They've got 5 hits to Kanab's 3 hits.
And Griffin Bone has an edge in the number of pitches. Looks like getting a little breezy out there. Swing and a miss. Hollingshead over the top. I think that was looked like that changeup.
Yeah, you're right. A little bit more breeze right here. Definitely help Hollingshead if he could get something on the middle part to the inside part of the plate where he can really turn on it. Anything hit to left field for the most part, probably not going to get a lot behind it.
Bone goes across, trying to get Wolf sleeping. Noah Wolf sleeping. We got somebody warming up down there in the bullpen for Kanab.
Yeah, and it looks like he's still good on pitches. He's at 76.
Yep. Swing and a miss.
Well,
a little outside.
It was outside, and Hollingshead, instead of going with the pitch, he was trying to turn on that one and pull it a little bit, but he needed to stay on that pitch and probably hit it down the left field line or even try to go to just straight up left field with it. Good spot from Griffin Bone.
2-2. There's the pitch. That's going to go foul back here behind us. It'll stay alive. Wham. You can hear it hit the metal roof.
That one hit hard.
Above the mezzanine here.
Still 2-2 count. Got one out. And Noah Wolf standing in there for Braden Evans at first base.
Nothing ball game. Late recognition, but a good swing on that off-speed pitch from Griffin Bone to foul it off.
You know, that first game we saw San Juan beat Milford 11-5, and then it was South Sevier beating Enterprise 4-1 in 8 innings, and we've got a gem right here, top of the 7th, 0-0 between Kanab and Beaver.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Second strikeout, sixth strikeout, second out of the inning.
Yeah, and that was a big plate out right there as Griffin Bone just kind of climbed the ladder a little bit, and Andrew Hollingshead chased it and swung over the top of that one. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. Davis Carter's going to come in and pinch hit for Cutler Matheson.
Davis Carter, a 176 hitter.
Yeah, standing on the on-deck circle. If Davis Carter can find a way on, dangerous David Smith standing on the on-deck circle.
So Noah Wolf at first, Davis Carter getting ready to face Griffin Bone. Griffin right at 80 pitches.
Yeah, Coach Carter showing him over there at first base, telling Noah Wolf, hey, anything in the dirt, be ready. Pick up the pitch.
That's hit towards the first baseman. Walker Baird's going to take it himself for the G3 in the third out. So no runs. There was one hit, no errors, and there was one runner left on base. After the end of 6.5, still 0-0 with Kanab coming to bat. With their chance to end this thing in regulation. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
For enjoyable Western dining, there's only one stop in southern Utah, Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant in Kanab. Stop in for their special chicken fried steak with Bob's homemade country gravy and delicious Western entrees. They also offer takeout. Just call 644-2488. That's 644-2488. Houston's Trails Inn features remote site catering. Anywhere, anytime, anyplace. Just phone 435-899-2140. So make plans to stop by Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant and mobile catering in Kanab, where the waitresses wear guns on their hips and a smile on their lips.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Brent Stapley is right here in Beaver to help you select the right protection at the right price. Brent will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Brent Stapley, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is Central Utah's sports leader,
KSVC.
Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson here. We're going into the bottom of the 7th inning of a scoreless ball game. Jackson Riddle, Maddox Baird, Cale Glover facing Deegan Bailey. Strike 1 to Jackson Riddle. Looking.
Yeah, that's the way you want to start right there is you throw your first pitch for a strike.
He came in. That's going to go right back up the middle for a base hit. So they get the leadoff runner on.
Yeah, the 4th hit of the game for Kanab.
I have 5. But I could be wrong. Anyway, that's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup, Maddox Baird. Maddox 1 for 2 in the ball game with a walk. Squares to bunt, lays down a good one. Bailey's going to have to go to first for the out.
Yeah, nice play, a good bunt, good execution from Maddox Baird. Bailey bobbled that for a little bit, but he didn't panic, he didn't rush it. Nice flip over there to first base to Davin Orton for the first out, but that's going to put the winning run at second base now. Kel Glover coming to the plate with Griffin Bone on deck. And, outfielders might have to start coming in a little bit because anything hit there, they've got to be able to throw him out. This is the bottom of the 7th.
First pitch upstairs for ball 1.
The other thing is Bailey's going to have to be efficient with his pitches. He's at 97. You'd like, if you're Beaver, to see him finish this inning.
Swing and a miss.
Without having to go to the
Good
bullpen
Glover.
in this type of situation. Yeah, Kel Glover 0 for 2 with a walk. He's done a nice job at shortstop defensively.
It's fouled off. Back behind us. Strike 2.
Yeah, nothing more.
Pitch number 99.
You'd like to see nothing more if you're Bailey or Coach Carter and the Beaver fans to get a strikeout here and leave him stand at the plate. Kanab, you want to see a base hit win this game.
Curveball stays upstairs. They'll even things up at 2-2 on pitch 100.
Yeah, and that pitch was just too far up to where Glover wasn't going to chase. Nice job just laying off of it.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Wow, when he came back, it was still a little bit up, but it was a fastball, so it looked a lot better. And got it just up and in.
Well,
and Glover to swing over the top.
See if they're going to pitch to Griffin Bone. Nope, they're going to walk him.
Yeah, I was going to say first base open. They're going to walk him like they did last time. Smart coaching by Beaver. But it really, if you're Walker Baird, you got to say, I'm due. It's my turn. That's twice they've done that, and I'm the guy. So you got to come up clutch right here.
You got to have a
Walker
little
Baird.
bit of an attitude there.
Yeah.
If you're the lefty stepping in the box now,
Yeah,
right
you do.
here.
You got to say, and if you're Coach Brinkerhoff, you got to be telling him, hey, you're batting behind him for a reason. Go get the job done. But Beaver looking to get one more out here and end this inning.
Oh, that's fouled right back here toward us.
Yeah, back-to-back intentional walks to Griffin Bone. And Walker Baird struck out, drew a walk, and then grounded out to first base his last time up.
So Braden Evans out to talk to him. Pitch 102.
Still, anything to the outfield, more than likely it's game over because they're playing deep. They're playing for the out. They're not, they're playing to catch the ball versus give up a base hit right here, it looks like.
Next one's going to stay upstairs for ball 1. Even things up at 1-1 on pitch 103.
Yeah, and you can see even Walker's up on the bat, so he gets a little bit better bat control. Shortening up, he's just trying to get a base hit.
Fouls that one to the left-hand side as that's going to stay playable, but nobody can get to it.
A really good effort from Evans, but it was right in the middle of, it was more towards the end of the dugout there towards home plate than it was the third base side. But
Raider Blomka is patting himself. I think he might have lost that in the sun a little bit here.
I think so, because definitely he would have had the better opportunity, but Evans laid out for it, not able to get it as it was kind of right in the middle of all three of them.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That's it. That's going to get through. That's the ball game right there. Make sure you touch the base. Here comes the throw home. Nope, that's it. That's the ball game.
Yeah, that's the chances you take. That you got to catch the fly ball if it's hit deep enough. If you're playing too deep, then you can't come up and throw the guy out at home. And give Baird a lot of credit. He gets the base hit. It was on the left side of second base on the shortstop side and gets into center field for the base hit, and that's going to bring the run in for the win. But what a ball game. You know, in a game like this, you hate to see either team win, but there's got to be a winner and there's got to be someone that ends up losing, and now Beaver's going to drop down. They will turn around and play South Sevier tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., and Kanab will move on to the winner's side. They'll be in the semifinal. They'll be playing the winner of Grand Duchesne tomorrow at 4:30.
That game's to come up. So we'll take a little trip back to the studio here while we get you some final numbers and get out and get ready for the next ball game. You're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Team Hive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.